Good morning, students. Once again, welcome back to the physics class. Before going to start the class, I would like to conduct a test based on our previous class. So, what was the previous class? I hope you remembered. So, please answer about these two questions. Define heating effect. Write about applications of heating effect. I already explained you in previous class. So, please answer. Before going to start the class, I would like to explain our previous class. So, please recap. Now, what was the previous class? I explained about two topics. First one is the heating effect and second one is the application of heating effect. So first we will see what is the heating effect. When current flows through a resistor, some of the electrical energy delivered to the resistor is converted into heat energy. This effect is called heating effect of electric current. I told you about this topic in previous class. So next one, applications of heating effect. Applications of heating effect. So first one of the applications of heating effect is electric heaters. Second one, electric fuses. Third one, electric furnace. And fourth one, electrical lamp. So about this four concept I already explained you. So now we are going to start today's class. Thermoelectric effect. Now we should discuss about this concept now. First of all, we should see the definition of thermoelectric effect. That is, conversion of temperature difference into voltage and vice versa is known as thermoelectric effect. So, what is the thermoelectric effect? Conversion of temperature difference into voltage. And vice versa means conversion of voltage into temperature difference. That is a vice versa means opposite. Conversion of temperature difference into voltage. Otherwise, conversion of voltage into temperature difference. That is the meaning of vice versa. I hope you know already. So, conversion of temperature difference into voltage and vice versa is known as thermoelectric effect. So, this is the definition of the thermoelectric effect. Seebeck effect. Here, Seebeck, this is the scientist name. Okay, he proposed one theory in physics. Seebeck, this is the scientist name. He proposed one theory. Okay, after proposed, he kept a name of that theory, that is Seebeck effect. Okay, so before going to start the explanation about the Seebeck effect, all of you please see the diagram what I mentioned here. In the diagram having, actually here two diagrams are there, A and B. A and B both are same only. Okay, so first you can see the figure A. In that figure A, having two beakers, left side one beaker and right side one beaker. In that left side beaker having ice cubes and right side beaker having water. Correct. And under the right side beaker we arranged one flame. Okay, I arranged one burner, otherwise flame. You can you should consider that is the burner. Okay, so right side beaker is there, that beaker having water. Under that beaker I arranged one burner. Okay, and that left side beaker and right side beaker Both are having some distance, but by the use of two metals we are connecting that two beakers. Okay, by the use of two metals we are connecting that two beakers. That is, first one is copper metal and second one is ferrous metal. So you can observe clearly, he mentioned clearly the above orange color wire, that is the copper Cu, and below the black color wire, that is ferrous. So totally this is the electric circuit. This is the electric circuit. For our convenience purpose, he mentioned figure B also. Please see that figure B. First, that red color, that is the hot junction. That is nothing but a that ice cubes beaker. Above in the figure A, what I explained, that is the ice cubes beaker. That is, he mentioned in the diagram B, what he mentioned, hot junction 1, and right side blue color ball like is there, that is the cold junction. Okay, that is nothing but water beaker. That is nothing but a water beaker. Okay, and the connection between the two junctions, you can see the top orange color, that is the metal A, that means copper, and below black color, that is metal B. Okay, so you can remember these two diagrams, and you have to observe here in the above diagram he mentioned only ice cubes and water, but below diagram he mentioned junction, hot junction and cold junction. You forget about that cold or hot. You can consider, you can take ice cubes beaker, that is one junction, and water beaker, that is also one junction. Okay, so these both are the junctions. The total figure, the total figure is nothing but an electric circuit. You can remember like this. Okay, now I will start the explanation about this Seebeck effect. First point, Seebeck discovered that, what he discovered we'll see now. In a closed circuit, consisting of two dissimilar metals. Two dissimilar means the two metals are not similar. Dissimilar means not similar. Okay, when the junctions are maintained at different temperatures, an EMF is developed. Once again, Seebeck discovered that in a closed circuit consisting of two dissimilar metals, dissimilar means I already told you, not similar, when the junctions are maintained at different temperatures, an EMF is developed. So once again, please see the diagram. A closed circuit consisting of two dissimilar metals. First of all, I want to know that is a closed circuit or open circuit. In the figure 1, otherwise figure B, that is a closed circuit or open circuit. Absolutely, that is a closed circuit. Correct, because there is no open. Two junctions are there, that the two junctions are connected by the use of two metals. So that circuit is closed. Okay, so in a closed circuit consisting of two dissimilar metals. What is the two dissimilar metals? One is the hot junction and one is the cold junction. Okay, one is the ice cubes beaker and one is the water beaker. Okay, one junction is the hot junction and another junction is the cold junction. When the junctions are maintained at different temperatures, an EMF, electromotive force, will be developed. I hope this already we know How we know? Where we learned this? Electric cell will be produce electromotive force. That electric cell having what? One positive terminal and one negative terminal. Positive terminal having more charges, negative terminal having less charges. So in between that more charges and less charges, EMF will be developed. Like that here also, when the junctions are maintained at different temperature, one junction having more temperature, one junction having less temperature. Okay, whenever the junctions maintaining different temperatures means one is more and one is less. So in that cases, electromotive force will be developed. So this will be this concept only he found. Who is he? The scientist Seebeck. He founds this concept. Okay, now next second point is the current that flows due to the EMF. The current that flows due to the EMF developed is called thermoelectric current. Now I am saying in the above point, whenever junctions are different, maintaining different temperatures, the time EMF is developing. Okay, now second point is the current that flows due to the EMF developed. Because of that EMF, current is flowing through that closed cell. Whenever the two junctions are maintaining different temperatures, what will happening? EMF is developing. Because of that EMF, some current is flowing through that circuit. That current name is called as thermoelectric current. Okay. Now third one is two dissimilar metals are connected to form two junctions is known as thermocouple. Two dissimilar metals are connected to form two junctions is known as thermocouple. So we can see our diagram, two dissimilar metals are connected. Yeah, two dissimilar metals only that are not similar to form two junctions. Yes, two junctions are formed is known as thermocouple. So that figure name is what? Thermocouple. Already we know couple means two, correct? Couple means two. Thermocouple means temperature. Thermocouple means what? Heated bodies. Heated couple. Okay, so two dissimilar metals are connected to form two junctions is known as thermocouple. So finally our diagram name, what is that? Thermocouple. Remember this one, it is important. Thermocouple. If the hot and cold junctions are interchanged, the direction of current also will reverse. Will be reverse. As I explained the second point, some amount of current is flowing through the circuit. Okay, so whenever we are interchanging the hot and cold junction, already you can see the diagrams. One side is cold junction, one side is hot junction is there, correct? So simply we can interchange the places of that junctions. That hot junction will move to right side and cold junction will move to left side. What will happen? The direction of the current also will be reverse. Okay, how much amount of current is flowing through that electrical circuit, the total electrical circuit direction will be changed. Okay, so this is the complete explanation about the Seebeck effect. Okay, so please observe carefully the diagram at these points. Applications of Seebeck effect. Now we should see the applications of Seebeck effect. Applications is nothing but a uses of the Seebeck effect. Okay, So Seebeck effect is used in thermoelectric generators. This effect will be used in thermoelectric generators. These thermoelectric generators are using power plants to convert waste heat into electricity. So where these thermoelectric generators we are using? In power plants. For what purpose we are using these thermoelectric generators? To convert waste heat into electricity. Okay, so this is the first application of the Seebeck effect. What is that? Seebeck effect is used in the thermoelectric generators. Okay, next one. Seebeck effect is utilized in automobiles. Seebeck effect where we are using, where we are utilizing that Seebeck effect in automobiles. For what purpose? For increasing fuel efficiency. Seebeck effect is utilized in automobiles for increasing fuel efficiency. Okay, and last one, Seebeck effect is used in thermocouples and thermopiles. For what purpose they are using? Measure the temperature difference between two objects. Seebeck effect is used in thermocouples and thermopiles to measure the temperature difference between two objects. Okay, for the purpose of measuring the temperature difference between any two objects, we are using the Seebeck effect in thermocouples or thermopiles. So these three are the applications of Seebeck effect. Peltier effect. Now we should discuss about this topic. So before going to explain this topic, please all of you see the diagram what I mentioned here. In this diagram we can easily see that is the closed circuits, correct? Both sides through the wires or through the metals, that circuit is closed. Now what I'm going to tell is that circuit is closed and that circuit having two junctions. One is the cold object and another one is the hot object. Okay, one is the cold object and another one is the hot object. So that cold object, hot object already explained, we should call that is a thermocouple. Where I explained that Seebeck effect, I told you already. So that cold object and hot object, that both are two junctions at the same time, that is nothing but a thermocouple. So that is the closed circuit and that closed circuit having thermocouple. So what I am going to tell is that is a closed circuit and that closed circuit having thermocouple. So I am calling that circuit as thermocouple closed circuit. Thermocouple closed circuit. Okay, so you can remember and you can keep it in your mind this point. Then we should go to the explanation of Peltier effect. When an electric current is passed through a circuit of a thermocouple, heat is evolved at one junction and absorbed at the other junction. This is known as Peltier effect. Once again, when an electric current is passed through a circuit of a thermocouple. Now, whether you can see the diagram means you can understand easily. When the electric current is passed through a circuit of a thermocouple. So I told you that circuit having thermocouple. So that is the closed circuit thermocouple. Otherwise, thermocouple closed circuit. Now, what is our point here? When an electric current is passed through a circuit of a thermocouple, yeah, electric current is passing. At that time, what happened? Heat is evolved at one junction. Heat is evolved at one junction and absorbed at the other junction. So Whenever a current is passing through a thermocouple closed circuit, what happening? Already we know that thermocouple closed circuit having two junctions. So at that time, at what time? When current is passing through the thermocouple closed circuit, one junction is evolving at heat, means releasing at heat, and another junction is absorbing at heat. One junction is releasing the heat and another junction is absorbing the heat. So this is known as Peltier effect. This is known as Peltier effect. Okay, now this is the definition about this Peltier effect. Now we should see some points about this Peltier effect. Okay, in the copper ferrous thermocouple, the junction is maintained at same temperature. This is the first point we can remember in our diagram. Copper ferrous thermocouple. Copper ferrous thermocouple. The junctions maintained at same temperature. At same temperature. So you have to consider that blue color junction A and a red color junction B both are maintaining same temperature. Both are maintaining same temperature. And see the diagram. In between the both junctions, that orange color material, orange color wire is the copper, otherwise copper metal, and ferrous Fe, black color, that is the ferrous metal. So in between the junction A and B, one battery is arranged, one battery is connected through copper metal or copper wire. Okay, next one, second point, let a current flows from battery through a thermocouple. Let a current flows from battery through a thermocouple. Whenever I connected battery through the metal, copper metal, what will happen? The current flows from battery through a thermocouple. So current always will flow from battery only, correct? So whenever you connected that battery to the circuit, the current will flow through battery through current flows from battery through a thermocouple. Okay, that current will flows from battery through a thermocouple. So in this time what will happen, I will explain. I didn't mention any point on the screen, please listen carefully here. Whenever current flows from battery through a thermocouple, okay, at junction A, first case, first point you can consider, at junction A the current is flowing from Cu to Fe, copper to ferrous, correct? At junction A, the current is flowing from Cu to Fe. We can see the diagram A, you can observe, you can identify clearly. The arrow mark which side it will be, he kept copper to junction A, correct? So, whenever current flows from battery through thermocouple, in this condition, I have to take first point. What is that first point? The electric current flows from copper to ferrous, where at junction A. At junction A, the electric current flows from copper to ferrous. In this time, the junction A will absorb some amount of heat. Junction A will absorb some amount of heat. Yes, remember. And at junction B will be release some amount of heat. Junction A will absorb some amount of heat and junction B will release some amount of heat. Okay, so this is the condition, this is the case. Current flows from battery through a thermocouple. Okay, so current is flowing from battery through thermocouple. In the term, I took one point. What is that? At junction A, current is flowing from copper to ferrous. Copper to ferrous. In this time, the junction A is absorbing heat. Junction A is absorbing heat. At the same time, the current is flowing from ferrous to copper. Please see the diagram only. Diagram A only. The current is flowing from ferrous to copper at junction B. At junction A, current is flowing from copper to ferrous. You can identify the arrow mark. At the same time, at junction B, current is flowing from ferrous to copper. Already current reached ferrous. Okay, then at junction B is releasing some amount of heat. You can remember easily, junction A, it is absorbing heat. Junction B, it is releasing some amount of heat. That's it. Okay, so whenever we change the direction of current, whenever we change the direction of the battery, otherwise direction of the current, automatically the Peltier effect also will be reverse. Whenever we change the direction of battery, the direction of the current also will change. Once again, whenever we change the direction of the battery, the direction of current also will be changed. The direction of current also will be changed. At that time, Peltier effect is reverse. Peltier effect is reversible. So you can remember this point. Whenever the direction of the battery is changing, the direction of the current is also changed. The direction of current also will be changed in the circuit. Okay. Now that time we should call this is the reversible Peltier effect. That time we should call as this is the reversible Peltier effect. So this is the explanation about the Peltier effect. Thomson effect. Now we should discuss about the Thomson effect. First of all, see the definition of Thomson effect. If 2 points in a conductor are at different temperatures, the density of electrons at these points will differ, and as a result, potential difference is created between these 2 points. Thomson effect also reversible. So once again I will give you explanation about this definition. Please see once again. If 2 points in a conductor, first of all you can consider, otherwise you can take one conductor. Okay, that conductor having two ends. So if 2 points in a conductor, so the two ends you can consider as the 2 points. Now if 2 points in a conductor are at a different temperatures, so already you considered conductor, that conductor having two ends, and the two ends you considered as the 2 points. So according to our definition, what he is telling, if 2 points in a conductor are at a different temperature, so that 2 points, that 2 ends of the conductor having different temperatures. Different temperatures means one end of the conductor having 10 degrees Celsius temperature and another end having 50 degrees Celsius. So temperature difference is there, no? This is 10, one end is 10 and another end is 50 degrees Celsius. Now the density of electrons at this point will differ. That time when the temperature of the conductor is different at 2 points of the conductor, at that time the density of electrons at this point will be differ. So electrons density also will be different. Okay, I already told you conductors having an electrons. I hope you remember that. Okay, now, and as a result potential difference is created between these points. So because of that temperature difference between the two ends of the conductor, what will be creating here? Potential difference. Potential difference is nothing but a voltage. Okay, so this is the Thomson effect. And Thomson effect also reversible effect. So finally, what I thought here about the Thomson effect, we are considering one conductor, that conductor having two ends. So the two ends we are considering as a 2 points. Okay, the 2 points having somewhat temperature difference. Temperature difference means one end having some temperature and another end having some amount of temperature. That means I already above gave the example, one end having 10 degrees and another end having 50 degrees. So temperature difference is there. So because of the temperature difference in between the 2 points of the conductor, potential difference is creating. Potential difference is nothing but a voltage. So because of the temperature difference in between the two ends of the conductor, some voltage is creating, some potential difference is creating. So this procedure is called as the Thomson effect. Okay, and Thomson effect is also a reversible effect. Thomson effect is also a reversible effect. Okay, from last 20 minutes onwards what we discussed, just should revise now. First topic is thermoelectric effect. What I told about thermoelectric effect: conversion of temperature differences into electrical voltage. And vice versa is known as thermoelectric effect. So about this I explained already. Now second concept is Seebeck effect. Seebeck discovered that in a closed circuit consisting of two dissimilar metals, when the junctions are maintained at different temperatures, an EMF is developed. Now, this is the explanation about the Seebeck effect I already explained. Now, next one is Peltier effect. When an electric current is passed through a circuit of a thermocouple, heat is evolved at one junction and absorbed at other junction. So this is known as Peltier effect. So this also I already explained. Next one is Thomson effect. If 2 points in a conductor are at a different temperatures, the density of electrons at these points will differ, and as a result the potential difference is created between these points. And Thomson effect is also reversible effect. So this is today's final concept. I already explained that. I hope you guys have understood what I explained about these 4 concepts. Based on today's class, I would like to give a small assignment for you. Please answer these 4 questions. Define thermoelectric effect. I already explained. What is Seebeck effect? Explain. What is Peltier effect? Explain. And last one, what is Thomson effect? So please answer these 4 questions.